Hey everyone, John here, the Dolphin King, and welcome to my channel. Welcome to my channel. So this video is it's meant to be a more of an informative video. So, for everyone who is first coming to my channel and who has been on my channel for some time but don't understand me or don't know me that much yet, this is this video. But first of all, I must draw attention to these things beside me and what I'm on. These are, well, some of them were prototypes, and what I'm currently on is my current throne. If you don't know, my channel name is the Dolphin King, and there is a very royal theme to it. I will get to all this here in a relative moment. But first of all, you guys need to know a little bit about me. I'm a high school graduate. I don't know if that's really important, but I'm a high school graduate. And I've been recording since I was in elementary school. A lot of the older videos that I created when I was in elementary school are now gone because they were not the best quality. And everything is doing a lot better now. My recordings are a lot better. Everything's a little bit better. But one thing you never notice is I don't really use a face cam, or I haven't used a face cam yet. Now that's not to acknowledge that I won't use a face cam. I'm just waiting. Right now my recording studio is currently not the best. I'm literally using a folding table and chair as my recording setup. And I really don't have the best of recording gear. I'm currently using my laptop, which is gonna stay through to till when I get a proper, better setup. But I also don't have a good camera. I mean, all I got is a laptop camera, and I really need more than one monitor that I have, which is my laptop monitor. But I also have a TV screen that I use on pretty often too. A little bit about the channel. Like I said, that'll come in the future. I also want to have like a nice backdrop that you kind of see. I don't want to use green screen really, but I want to actually have something behind me so that you guys can see kind of what it all is. And yeah. About the channel. Because this is important stuff. The channel was based on a premise. Bring content to the world. Make money on the side, of course, but also bring enjoyment to the world. And I always had based that on doing Minecraft. Because Minecraft was what I knew. The first ever real YouTube video related to gaming I ever watched was a Stampy video, so big credits to Stampy for inspiring my channel, kinda. He inspired my channel, and that's why one of my main little side series has built Stampy's house. I watched Stampy Stampy was pretty much the first YouTuber I ever watched, and I owe it all to him for finding my fascination with Minecraft and wanting to actually play the game. Of course, that came with some struggles, but we're not going to get into that. But the name, the Dolphin King, that is a whole story. The story pretty much begins, after I first saw Stampy, I, of course, looked a little bit into more Minecraft, and, of course, like everyone, I found the classic creators like Stampy and Squid and all of them. But one also stuck out was Dan TDM, the Diamond Minecart, as some may know him by, which is where I kind of stole the name for my channel from. I'm going to say stole, but I really didn't. I made it my own. I reforged it to be my own. So, I always liked how he had his gamer tag as Dan TDM. So I copied that with John something in the beginning. So my gamer tag is literally John TDK. Most of the time. But I of course wanted to make it my own. So I I switched the diamond to Dolphin, of course, because I've been a fan of Dolphin since I was a kid. So one of the things that has stayed true is Dolphin. Now, not to say that I look like a dolphin anymore. Like, of course, when I started playing, I wanted to join the Magic Animal Club and all that. So, like every beginner. So I made my skin basically like a dolphin. It was a completely gray skin. And it had, of course, a temporary crown, which I have improved now since, as you can tell. But I have reformed it ever since. But the skin has wanted to stay true to one principle: the cray and the dolphin. Now, not to say I swayed a little from the dolphin. And of course, I changed the M to king because I needed to be a king. But yeah, I've stuck with the Dolphin King for a while. Now, some have referred to me when I was younger as the Dumb Kid or the Dumb King or stuff like that. That is not nice, of course, so please don't do that. But they have grown accustomed to the Dolphin King, and now I am, once again, king. So yeah. Where was I? Oh, my skin. So yeah, my skin originally started off as just a pretty much gray base, and originally I wanted to kind of base it off the original Xbox 360 Minecraft Dolphin skin, kinda. I wanted to have a mod made for me to have a beak. I'm gonna call it a beak. It was a beak on my skin, and also add flippers on the side between where my feet are, and add a proper crown. As you can see, I'm not going to do that anymore. I have grown to human Dolphin King. Mainly because when I was younger, I wanted to make sure my skin could be made with real-life items so that I could be the Dolphin King in real life and also Minecraft. Now, the story, of course, has changed. And I will get into the true behind-the-scenes story of the game. In the game. But yeah. So, another thing I'd like to point out on the skin is the 3 little colored splotches on my crown. Those are gems that activate powers. Believe it or not. That's the lore behind the crown. The purple one is portal. So I could use it for portal travel. It would open like a nether portal kind of like structure. It would just be the plain portal. And I could travel through the nether, into the nether and stuff. The orangish kind of red one is lava, and the blue one's water. Put it basic and simple. Those are the explanations behind the gems. Now, originally, when I created my skin, I was making sure everything had a little place and story. Of course, that's kind of changed, but some elements that I will refer to is the little kind of necklace thing that kind of looks like a key, but it's actually a whistle. It's a long story, and I'm not going to drag myself into it, but it is a whistle, actually. The whistle for the conductor's family, I can't really remember. Pretty much, one of the movies when I watched when I was a kid was Thomas and the Magic Railroad, and I still love that movie to this day. It was my childhood movie, and I'll go back and watch it every day. But yeah, that whistle is been on my skin since I pretty much did a full change, and now I'm kind of kept it. As well as the boots, they've kind of changed, mainly to a darker tone, mainly because I didn't want them to collide with my main skin, with my skin. And now thinking about it, I could make them a little lighter, but I like it dark, so I'm gonna keep it dark. But yeah, so that's a little bit behind my skin. Now the lore in Minecraft. So if you follow some of my other series, if you follow my series, I should say, follow my series, you'll hear me mention that it's gonna be a kind of one-time thing and is done probably for those series. Like Skyblock and at this time Skyblock and my Let's Play. Now, there is going to be a bigger Let's Play to come. And it'll be more of a lore-based story, role-play kind of series, where I am the king. And I'm probably going to go over the actual story in it, but to give you a little context, being the king, Dolphin King, I rule a kingdom, and I'm going to have it in a super flat world. But of course I got to build it first. And pretty much the story goes, it's based off of the song The Fallen Kingdom, so I do recommend go checking that song out. But instead of the king surviving, it's going to be the son who truly survives, and that son would be me. So, in the story, my parents will die, and I will run to a treehouse where I will meet up with a friend from school, and her parents will take me in. That's the story as it goes. Now, not to say this is subject to change, but of course it's subject to change. And of course, we had kind of fell in love with the romantic. Pretty much in the end, I married her, and we rebuilt I rebuilt my kingdom, and of course, happy birthday to Minecraft during this time. I'm wearing the Minecraft cape. I did not mention that. But yeah, in the end, we'll rebuild the series, and then a series will properly take off from there. But that's the prequel to where I'm at right now in the story. So yeah, there's a few elements from old Minecraft songs that are into my story, like Little Square Phase and like I said, Fallen Kingdom. Those are the two stories that are within my actual story. So yeah, it'll be more of a roleplay series, but that was in intention what this channel was supposed to be based for was Minecraft. Excuse me. But yes, I would also play other games, plus have that series running. But I haven't gotten that far yet in my life. So yeah, that is the story as it is currently. Now, onto the thrones. As you can see, I have a total of 5 thrones here, and each one of them are prototypes. Few of them are prototypes, and these are all subject to change, but no matter what, one of these will end up in my castle. So originally, this was the original throne, as per usual for any Minecrafter. It was a solid gold throne with a red wool cushion. Still like that throne, it's just a little blocky for me nowadays, and I, managed to design a better throne. And now this was the prototype, or the second throne I had made, which I still do like, of course, but, it's more subject now to be a little bit better for, I decided to switch to the ocean theme. But this theme was more of a dark, actual classic king throne, fitted with, a red cushion, keeping with some of the same similarities with the red cushion, but I also wanted some detail, so this was my second throne. I was happy with it for a while, but then I decided I wanted to try to bring back the golden throne. So I decided to use bamboo and birch as a trial one. Not sure why. As a trial, for like a close match to gold, but it just didn't really hold up. So then I decided, well, maybe I should try to incorporate my underwater theme. And so I made this my new one, my underwater themed, throne. And so, yeah, this is my current throne. And if you're wondering about this big block, it's hiding some other stuff that was in this tester world that I didn't want seen. So, yeah, don't worry about it. But yeah, so, if you do have any questions about my channel, or, if you just want to say hi or even anything, please do leave them in the comments below, because this throne is set to, expand. Of course, there's always more to the story that'll be learned, yeah. So, I do hope you guys do enjoy my channel, and, check it out, and maybe subscribe if you're willing. Leave a like, or, even, I don't know, start following along with some of the videos. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you in my next video, hopefully. Yeah, and I hope I earned your subscription. Thank you. Bye.